Hey, welcome to Moto Network, and today we're going to talk about history of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Harley-Davidson, or Harley, is an American motorcycle manufacturer founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1903. It is one out of two American motorcycle companies to survive the Great Depression, as well as many numerous subsidiary arrangements to become the world's fifth largest motorcycle manufacturer and the iconic brand known for its loyalty following. So let's get down to it. The company takes its origin in 1901 when William Harley and Arthur Davidson decided to build their first 116cc pedal-assisted motor bicycle. In 2 years, the machine was finished and turned out to be nothing more but valuable learning experience, as the machine couldn't climb up the hills around Milwaukee. After completion of the prototype motorcycle in 1904, Harley-Davidson motorcycles started appearing in local showrooms in 1905, though in very limited quantities. In 1906, Harley and Davidson brothers built their first factory in Chestnut Street, later known as Juneau Avenue, at the current location of Harley-Davidson's corporate headquarters. The first Juneau Avenue plant was a 40 feet by 60 feet or 12 meters by 18 meters single-story wooden structure. The company produced about 50 motorcycles that year. A year later, the company increased its production to 150 motorcycles per year. The company was officially incorporated in September 1907. They also began selling their motorcycles to police departments around this time, a market that has been important to them ever since. From 1907 to the beginning of World War I in 1914, Harley-Davidson Company increased its production from 450 motorcycles to 16,284 machines, which made Harley-Davidson the king of motorcycle production in the world. During the First World War, the US military purchased over 15,000 motorcycles from Harley-Davidson. During the 1920s, several improvements were put in place, such as the new 74 cubic inch V-twin introduced in 1922 and the teardrop gas tank in 1925. A front brake was added in 1928, although notably only on the J and JD models. Now the largest motorcycle manufacturer, Harley-Davidson boasts over 2,000 dealers in 67 countries. The factory racing team, already known as the Wrecking Crew because it's become so dominant in American racing, has a small pig as a mascot. The bikes are nicknamed the Hogs as a result. During the Great Depression, Harley-Davidson sales fell from 21,000 in 1929 to 3,700 in 1933. Despite this, Harley-Davidson unveiled a new lineup for 1934, which included a flathead engine and Art Deco styling. In 1937, Joe Petroli sets a land speed record of over 136 miles per hour with a streamlined knucklehead. William A. Davidson dies 2 days after signing an agreement that makes the company a union shop. During World War II, the production of civilian motorcycles is almost entirely stopped. Between 1941 and 1945, the company produced almost 90,000 WLA models for military use. However, returning servicemen seem to favor the lighter British twins they saw over there. In response, Harley creates the 45 cubic inch side valve K model. It's a unique construction motor. The crankcases and gearbox are one set of castings. As a part of war reparations, Harley-Davidson acquired the design of a small German motorcycle, the DKW-RT 125, which they adapted, manufactured, and sold from 1948 to 1966. It is actually the same German two-stroke motorcycle that Yamaha used to design its Ya-1. In the 50s, Indian motorcycle came to an end, which left Harley-Davidson the only real motorcycle manufacturer. The aging WR and WRTT production racers are no match for the British 500s, now invading the dirt tracks and few road courses of America. The new KR begins a run of 7 consecutive Daytona victories, which will include the last race run on the old beach course and first one run at the new Daytona International Speedway. In 1957, Sportster Is Introduced. In the 60s, Harley-Davidson updated the old penhead motor to the new motor that was known under the name of shovelhead. This basic engine remained in production for the next 20 years. In 1969, American Machine Foundry, AMF, bought the company, streamlined production, and slashed the workforce. This tactic resulted in labor strike and lower quality bikes. The bikes were expensive and inferior in performance, handling, and quality to Japanese motorcycles. The sales and quality declined, and the company almost went bankrupt. The Harley-Davidson name was mocked as a Harley-Abelson, Harley Drivable, and Harley Ferguson. In the 1970s, the racing department creates a new production racer, the XR750. The motor is basically a D-stroked Sportster unit, yet none of the factory entries reached the finish in the Daytona 200. In 1977, although most Harley fans would rather forget the years in which the company was owned by AMF, there is one AMF-era bike that is highly sought after by collectors, the 1977 XLCR. That CR stands for Cafe Racer, and the bike was only the second major project for Wheelie Davidson, the grandson of one of the founders. While the model is prized now, it was rejected by Harley customers in 1977. Only 3,100 were sold and the model was dropped a year later, although dealers still had unsold XLCRs cluttering their showroom floors well into the 80s. The FXS Lowrider is also introduced this year. In 1981, after years of AMF mismanagement, Harley-Davidson had almost lost all customer loyalty and profits are in freefall when a group of company executives, led by Von Beals, offers to buy the division for $75 million. AMF quickly agrees. Beals leads an amazing corporate turnaround. He funds new product development and implements world-class quality control. It is impossible to know what would have happened to the Harley-Davidson brand if Beals had not risen up to save it, but it's certain that no one else could have done a better job at rehabilitating it. In 1987, the company makes its initial public offering. Stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange with a ticker symbol of HOG. The company petitions to ITC to relax the tariffs on the imported motorcycles a year before it was scheduled to lapse. The move serves notice that Harley-Davidson is capable of competing on a level playing field, despite the fact that Japanese companies now all make V-twin cruisers that compete directly with the American offerings. In 1992, Harley-Davidson is the first company to equip all its models except for a handful of racing models with drive belts. Modern drive belts provide smoother ride than chains, last longer, and free riders from the drudgery of chain lubrication and adjustment. In 1994, the company enters the AMA Superbike Championship, fielding the water-cooled VR1000. AMA rules specify that the company had also to build and sell 2,000 machines for road use. A process is called homologation. So you may wonder, why have you never seen a road-going VR1000 if 2,000 were sold? Because the model was homologated in Poland. By selling it there, Harley avoided US liability, and Poland's loose laws allowed the barely modified race bike to be legally licensed. Despite being ably ridden by Miguel Duhamel, Pascal Picot, Chris Carr, and Scott Russell, the VR1000 will never win an AMA race. In 2000, despite spending tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees in the mid-90s and having initial success in its efforts to trademark the potato sound of Harley Motors, the company drops its US Patent Office application. Harley-Davidson's Vice President of Marketing, John Bishman, tells reporters, "I've personally spoken with Harley-Davidson owners from around the world, and they've told me repeatedly that there's nothing like the sound of a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. If our customers know the sound cannot be imitated, that's good enough for me and for Harley-Davidson." In 2008, the motor company opens its impressive new museum in time for Harley-Davidson's 105th anniversary. It also purchases MV Agusta for $109 million in an attempt to take advantage of MV's European distribution channels. Later the same year, it introduces the XR1200, inspired by the XR750 flat track machine used to win countless championships. The XR1200 represents the first time Harley-Davidson designed and marketed a motorcycle exclusively for European market. Later, after demand from this side of the pond, the XR1200 is then sold worldwide. If you liked today's video, make sure to smack that like button, give us thumbs up, and subscribe to Moto Network for more moto content. Also, you can find us on Facebook, link in the description. Until then, see you next time.